What is the real cost of free? Today we're going to talk about how your brain behaves on something free and what you can do to break away from the human greed. Let's talk about it. So imagine a scenario where you see something for sale at 50% off. Maybe it's a TV. Now, you really don't need a new TV, but seeing something priced at 50% off might make you reconsider. You might say, well, my TV is getting older, and even though it's still perfectly fine. Or you might buy it because you think, hey, that 50% off is a good deal, and who doesn't want a second TV in their home? But despite anything you say, the 50% off creates unnecessary thoughts and conversations in your own mind that lead you to justify spending money on something you don't really need. Now let's change the story and say, this TV is now free if you act right now. How many of you right now would drop everything you were doing to go get a free TV? You'd probably get in your car and speed down the highway, run a couple of red lights, shove an old lady to the side, just to get a free TV. I'm just kidding. I know you wouldn't do that. But although some people might do that. But some of you might say no. But the truth is that anything advertised as free immediately triggers the reward center of your brain. This is because your brain usually gets rewarded when a desire is satisfied. You have this dopamine rush, the hormone that makes us feel great. And because your brain really enjoys dopamine, the reward center related memories are formed. And now that you have positive reinforcement of something, your brain wants to experience it again and again. The satisfied desire is fueled by greed. Now, in my first example, a person would normally try to rationalize why they should buy a new TV when presented with 50% off. But the brain still understands that the TV would still cost money, and your logical mind still has to wrestle with the fact that you still would have to pay for it. For example, 50% off $2,000 is $1,000. And your brain has to rationalize, well, I still have to spend $1,000. But if the TV was free, then there's no loss to you, and any rationale is thrown out the window because all your brain sees is free. So here comes that dopamine rush again, satisfaction of desire without consequences. In an experiment, professors from MIT and the University of Toronto set up a candy table in a large public building and offered two kinds of chocolates, Lindt Truffles and Hershey's Kisses. For the record, Lindt Truffles are priced, well, a little higher than Hershey's Kisses, and they taste great. And Hershey's Kisses are, bland and ordinary for a chocolate. Technically, it's candy. But when they set the price of a Lindt Truffle at 14 cents and a Hershey's Kiss at 1 cent, they were not surprised to find out that people compared the price and quality of the kiss with the price and quality of the truffle and then made the choice. They report that 73% of them chose the truffle and only 27% chose the Hershey's Kiss. So they changed the experiment a little bit. They changed the price of the truffle to 14 cents, but the Hershey's Kiss would be free. So the ordinary Hershey's Kiss became a big favorite. 69% of the people, up from 24, chose the free Hershey's Kiss, giving up the opportunity to get a Lindt Truffle for a very good price. In my hometown, they planted a few mountain apple trees. And mountain apples, if you've never had them, they're really tasty. And they're highly desirable because, well, the trees are hard to find. And there's over 10,000 people that live in my neighborhood. And the homeowners association said that if they planted the trees, because people could enjoy the free fruit. But you know what? Let me tell you exactly what's going to happen. Someone's going to come by with a fruit picking pole and take it all. They'll harvest everything off that tree, most likely probably in the middle of the night, throw in the back of their truck, and then go sell it at the fruit farmer's market. But why would they do that? Why would they not allow for others to enjoy it? What if we allow the tree to bear fruit and nobody picks it clean? Can we trust people to just eat only one? Or would their brain override any rational thought because the fruit is free? Here are more examples of greed induced by something free in our daily lives. Have you ever been to a business convention or conference and vendors usually give out like free pens or other small trinkets with their brand logo on them? Do you really need it? Would you really grab the pen that you got for free and go, this is the best pen I've ever used? Of course not. But the reward center part of your brain didn't care and you took it anyway. How about when you go grocery shopping? See, near my hometown there's a local Costco, and they have typically like these free food samples that people just get free samples of. They get free samples of, burritos, or they get free samples of chips. But you know what happens? People line up to get free food samples. These greedy people line up to grab more than one sample. Did they come here to just eat free food? If they've come to the grocery store, shouldn't they have a cart full of food anyway? And not only that, They usually take more than one because they don't care. They don't think about other people waiting their turn standing in line. So, how do we break away from human greed? According to Buddhist teachings, greed is one of the 3 poisons that lead to evil, and that evil binds us to suffering. It also is one of the 5 hindrances of enlightenment. In some Christian teachings, greed is an inappropriate attitude toward things of value, built on the mistaken judgment that your well-being is tied to the sum of your possessions. If this is the case, then taking something you don't need is a confirmation that you need things in your life to increase your self-worth. Therefore, the roots of greed are tied to the thing that is free. In reality, the only thing that should be free is your belief that things do not define you. So here's some closing thoughts. If something was offered to you for free, ask yourself if you really need it. Could the person standing next to you need it more? And finally, do you have the willpower to overcome the desire for just another object? You're never really free to think and be rational when something's presented as free. We'll talk to you later. Bye.